What's going on, guys? It's Josh with Weekend Wonders. A couple weeks ago, we did a video talked about the 5 things that I hate about my Subaru Forester XT. We hit on a couple of topics that were pretty frustrating for me as the owner of this vehicle. But today, we're going to show the Subaru a little love, and we're going to talk about the 5 things that I absolutely love about my Subaru Forester XT. So stay tuned. Alright, the first thing that I love about my Subaru Forester is the massive sunroof that Subaru puts on the premium and touring models. It actually runs almost all the way to the back seat. So when I go off-roading with my daughter, she absolutely loves it. We slide it back and she's able to look out the sunroof and see the trees and sky, and she gets really excited about that. For me, it makes the trail ride more immersive, if that makes sense. Not only do you have scenery and trees out in front of you, to the sides of you, behind you, but once you slide that roof back, it's also above you. You can see the tree arches. I have some footage here for you from a recent video that I made that actually was shot with the GoPro, just looking straight up through the sunroof. So like I said, you get a very immersive feel when you're off-road with that sunroof pulled all the way back. I have to say that's probably one of my favorite features on my Subaru Forester for sure. Okay, number 2 is the XT body styling of the SJ generation. I really like it. I like the side panels. I love the rear spoiler that is only on the XT models. Other than that, the rears look like the previous generation. They're extremely similar. It doesn't look like they changed a lot with the sides. There is a big difference on the front end. As you know, I do prefer the XT front bumper over the non-XT bumper. I think it's a lot more aesthetically pleasing. It also kind of works with my whole black on white pattern that I like to go with on my vehicles. So having that more black up front on the bumper, I think looks really nice. But overall, I really like the XT's styling on the SJ generation. The third thing I love is the ground clearance that Subaru Foresters have coming from the factory. From the factory, Foresters have 8.7 inches of ground clearance. To appreciate that, let's compare that to some other popular all-wheel drive models. The 2021 Toyota RAV4 boasts an 8.4 inches in ground clearance, while the 2021 Honda Passport only boasts 8.1 inches of ground clearance. So take that 8.7 inches ground clearance from the factory, add a 2-inch lift of your choice, add 29-inch tires, and you get approximately 2 inches of extra ground clearance. I measured it yesterday, and the new ground clearance for my Subaru is 10.7 inches. To put that into perspective, a brand new stock Jeep Wrangler has 10.8 inches of ground clearance. So the awesome ground clearance from the factory, to me, starts you off on a great platform to build a really decent trail rig. And that's another reason why I love my Subaru Forester XT. Number 4 is definitely going to be Subaru's all-wheel drive system. I'm extremely impressed by it. I've put my Forester through mud, through puddles, through gravel. It handles extremely well on wet roads. It's pretty much handled everything that I've thrown at it. The X mode is really great, especially for steep descents. Even this last winter, we got about 8 inches of snow and we drove the Subaru all around town, never lost traction once. So I absolutely love the Subaru all-wheel drive system. All right, guys, the last one is definitely going to be the turbo. The turbo that Subaru decided to put in the XT models adds 80 horsepower. So that takes it from 170 horsepower to 250 horsepower. It's a substantial difference. You can feel it on road with accelerating, merging, keeping up with traffic, no issues. It also helps off-road due to having more torque at the wheel. You're able to kind of muscle through some stuff that a basic 2.0 liter boxer engine might have to finesse a little bit. So that's definitely a plus. But to me, the biggest plus to the turbo in terms of like an off-road, soft road, overland mindset is it negates the loss of power you have when you add all the mods. If you go on any of the forums, you'll see Crosstrek owners, Forester owners, Outback owners. They'll complain that, oh, I put larger tires, I lifted it, I put a roof rack, I put a tent, and it's just so slow now. And that just kind of comes with the territory. You know, doing those mods, you're changing the geometry, you're adding wind drag, you're adding weight, and it just naturally slows your vehicle down. Well, having that 80 extra horsepower really helps negate that. And so there still is a loss of power, but I don't think it's as detrimental as it is to the non-turbo models. All right, guys, that sums up our video today. The top 5 things I love about my Subaru Forester XT. If you're looking into getting one, hopefully that was some useful information for you. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit like on this video. Got some more content coming. I try to post bi-weekly. The next video is probably going to be the taillight retrofit, so stay tuned for that. Until next time, take care.